You may think financial services are all about money, credit cards, or banks. But there is more to this. It has to do with natural resources which are used for drinking water, growing crops, building homes for families. Now, in real life, there are multiple families who have multiple needs. Let's visit Mr. Joshi, who lives in a planned urban city. Mr. Joshi and his family are happy with a home, water, and food. But look at their home closely. They have furniture, TV, lamp, and he also wants more comforts for his family like computer, mobile phone, and education for his children. How do you think Mr. Joshi gets all this? To get all these resources, Mr. Joshi goes to the market, where all these goods are sold as products and services. A marketplace is a place of business full of businessmen like Mr. Rao, who sells furniture. Mr. Rao has 100 acres of land with trees on it. To make this furniture, Mr. Rao needs raw materials, tools and machinery, and workers. He produces and distributes the furniture in the market to families like Mr. Joshi's. The purchase of this furniture in the market is done through money. How does money work? Let's go back to Mr. Rao, who has trees on 100 acres of land. He obtains raw material, tools and machinery, and workers at a cost price. And that's not it. When he distributes the furniture in the marketplace, the market also charges a cost for using the infrastructure of the market. Mr. Rao will always have to bear the costs of production. To cover these costs of production, he will sell the furniture at a particular price to someone like Mr. Joshi. But then, where does Mr. Joshi get the money? Just like Mr. Rao, Mr. Joshi works in a hospital. He gets 50,000 rupees as salary per month, out of which he spends 2,500 rupees on food, 5,000 rupees on clothing, 10,000 rupees as home rent, 10,000 rupees on his child's education and school supplies, and 2,000 rupees on medicines. Mr. Joshi is now left with 20,500 rupees of his monthly income. So what does he do with this extra money? Of this extra money, Mr. Joshi buys furniture from Mr. Rao for 15,000 rupees. The flow of money between Mr. Rao and Mr. Joshi leads to two types of money. Profits for Mr. Rao that arises from sales minus the cost of production, and disposable income for Mr. Joshi that arises from wages minus the family expenditures. So what will they do with this extra money? Both Mr. Rao and Mr. Joshi cannot keep their profits and incomes in their homes. This money can get stolen or destroyed in a fire or in a flood. To their rescue comes a bank. The bank takes care of their profits and incomes. So what does the bank really do? The bank keeps Mr. Joshi and Mr. Rao's extra money as savings in a savings account. But to keep their extra money, the bank must pay them an interest that adds to their existing wealth. The bank also helps Mr. Joshi and Mr. Rao manage their money. For example, the bank advises on loans to Mr. Rao for his furniture business and loans to Mr. Joshi for his family needs. So these savings accounts and loans offered by a bank are known as financial instruments. Like banks, there are many other financial institutions like insurance companies, mutual fund companies, and infrastructure financing companies which offer financial instruments like credit cards, debit cards, ATM cards, insurance policies, foreign exchange, investment funds portfolios, etc. These financial institutions serve people like Mr. Joshi and Mr. Rao by providing financial services through these financial instruments. Thus, all the processes followed by financial institutions for people like Mr. Rao and Mr. Joshi represent financial services.